Good morning, everyone. By the time, just revise the last question, go through that. First, we will discuss the last question, then we will move to the next one. Today, we will start the sorting also.
Sir, I sent you the program, sir. Have you seen it, sir?
Who? Kasaudan?
Sir, Aditya.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. But I have not seen you. I have seen only Jayesh and I think Pulkit has sent. Nahi, yeah.
Sir, I have sent on mail.
Pulkit, I have replied you also, right? Have you checked your mail?
Sent you on mail.
Aditya, maybe I have skipped your missed. Today I will see, right? Don't worry. Maybe you have not sent on the
Sir,
time.
send it on the chat box.
Okay.
Sir, should I send it?
Yes, yes. Kritika beta. Kritika. Kritika, are you there? Beta, you are not responding. Just recall the last question. We will start within 1 or 2 minutes.
Sir, I have sent it on the GCR.
Okay, let me see. Kasaudan, you have not called the method. And there is a small problem, but very good. Well done, beta. You have tried absolutely correct.
Sir, I called the problem in the labs.
I will tell you. The same thing I will explain, but there was, very small mistakes you have done. Don't worry. We will discuss that. Then only we will move to the next question.
Okay.
Ansh Chaudhary, have you tried the last question? Those who have tried the last question, themselves, please. Yes? No, without array. I have told that, without using any other array, right? So those who have tried the logic implementation, they can share in the chat box.
सर जीसीआर को भेज सकते हैं क्योंकि चैट बॉक्स को मैंने फोटो मतलब कॉपी नहीं किया है इसलिए
ओके जीसीआर पे कहाँ पोस्ट किया बच्चे? हर्षनाथ झा. But this is a different question. But it is correct. Where you are counting, yes, absolutely fine, no issue. But this way I have not told actually. But this is also a correct solution, right? See, now whatever we are doing, that's the thing is means we are taking the input in the main function, main body, and from there we are passing the array. What you are doing, you are passing the blank array, then you are taking input in the function, right? But this is also correct. This way we will do after some time when we will finish this call by reference, right? So now just 33 have joined, last minute, then we will start the class. By the time just revise and just find out your doubts and note down somewhere. At the end of the class you can ask your doubts. Okay, so Kritika Yadav, Kritika, are you there? Beta, if you will not respond, I will not mark you present.
Yes, sir.
Beta, why you were absent for last 2-3 classes?
So I was suffering from typhoid.
Okay, I think I have spoken to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Raghav.
Yes, sir.
Beta, yesterday you have not filled the Google form.
सर नेटवर्क इशू हो गया था.
ओके, चलो ठीक है, बट बाद में ट्राई कर लिया करो, राइट? समटाइम.
सर 2 बार एंटर किया था.
ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. आई हैव मार्क्ड यू प्रेजेंट, दैट इज व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग. विश्वेश तिवारी, Vishwesh has not joined. Shashwat Singh, Shyam Agrawal, Shashwat Singh, not Shyam Agrawal. But mute yourself. Saksham Srivastava.
Yes, sir.
But why you have missed the last 2-3 classes? Again, I have told you not to miss the class. Don't repeat, okay?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, now I am going to share my screen on which I will discuss the last problem, the shifting one, in which we are supposed to shift the negative elements towards the left side of the array. Now see, some part I have already written for you, right? So now the question was, we need to shift the whole array, the negative elements. So the function prototype will be void type, then shift, then the whole array, and the size also you can take input whether if you want. After that we need some variable for loop. My screen is visible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the simple loop we are putting here. So now we are putting a condition if AR of I is less than 0. This is the condition for checking the negative value. If the number is less than 0, then store that number in a variable like temp. So which number? A of I is a negative. Then we need one more loop. So the logic I will explain after this, writing the whole program. Or should I write first? So let me write first, then we will see. So if the condition is true, that means we are getting the negative number on the ith index number. Initial value of C we will use here 0. Then see what we are going to do. I hope these things are clear. I will explain also. So some variables are missing. I will declare it later. Now int I comma j, the initial value of C must be 0. That's very important. Now for calling a method, this is obj dot the function name, that is shift. Then we are passing the array name only, not the square bracket. Kasaudan, please pay attention. And the size also. We can print the result in the function also and here also. So I am printing the result here. So now please pay attention the logic. See, in this logic what we are doing, we are assuming कि we are having this array. Now just assume the size, whatever you want you can take, and any value. It doesn't matter कि sir has taken this value or that value, whatever you want you can take. So now what we are going to do in this program, see, from the outer loop, from this loop we are simply just starting a loop from 0 index number to the last index number for accessing each and every element, and then we will put a condition whether it is negative or positive. So on this condition, if the condition is to see AR of I, the first value of AR of I is 5, 5 is less than 0, no, so this part won't execute, right? Automatically we will come to the next I plus plus, so I becomes here 1, so AR of 1 is less than 0, again the condition becomes false. Next time again I becomes 2, so AR of 2 is minus 6, so now the condition is true. Now the condition is true. So what is happening? Please pay attention. So in this part we are storing AR of I in temp variable. So whatever the variable name you want you can use instead of TMP. I have used here TMP. So you can use whatever you want. So now TMP becomes 6. So now in this loop, the second for loop, what is happening? We are starting a loop, see here, from 2 to 1. Because the initial value of C is 0 and we are starting a loop from 2 to greater than 0. That means first time J will be 2, then next time it will be 1. So what is happening here? AR of J. AR of J means 2. Is 2 pe what we are doing? We are simply copying 2 into minus 6. So now this location is going to replace with the current value, that is 2. Next time on 2 what we are doing? Next time J will be 1. So AR of 1 means this one. What we are doing? We are simply copying the value of 5 into 2. So now this 2 becomes 5. So after this loop J will be 0. So the after here J will be 0, and now one more variable I have used here, that is 0. So what we are doing? We are doing AR of C, that is AR of 0, and we are simply copying the value of temp, that is minus 6. So now here you are storing minus 6. After that C becomes 1. So next time whatever value, next time the negative number is minus 4. So this minus 4 you want on the this place. So here you want the minus 4. Minus 6 already came. So next time it will come on the AR of 1. Like this we will repeat. But when the condition will be true, this condition will be true, then only the inner true case will execute. I hope the logic is clear. So like this every time. After that you will get minus 111, then 5, then 2, then 7, then 10, then 11. This will be the resultant array. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now I will show you the output also. I hope the logic is clear and simple also. So like this, in this program we have shifted towards the left side negative number. So maybe in other program you can shift the prime number, you can shift the palindromic, you can shift the special number, 3-digit number, 4-digit number, even digit, so many logics are there. But the main thing, the shifting process must be there. If you are not shifting, if you are doing the swapping, like from the first one and the last one. In that case, the order would be changing. And here we are not supposed to change the order of the rest of the elements. See, first of all, you are getting the -6, that is coming on the first index number. Then you are getting the second index, second negative number, that is -4, and that is coming on the next index number. Like this, we are shifting all the negative without changing the order of other elements. So -6, -4, -111. After that, the first element was 5, then 2, then 7, then 10, then 11. Am I clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So now let me show you the output. There is no error. A small error is coming. Let me check.
Other two can variables.
Oh, sorry. Now, so first of all, we are supposed to enter the number of elements. Suppose you are inputting 5 elements. So whatever you want, suppose you have entered 1, then 2, then -100, then 5, then -80. So -100 is coming first, then -80, then 1, then 2, then the 5. So this is the resultant array. And one more thing, if you will see the printing I have done in the function body, the from where I have called, that is a main function, that is known as the main function. So from here I have called this method. So and then after we are printing here. So this is the property of the call by reference. You have changed the resultant array in the function void shift and printing in the main after calling the function. If you are printing before the calling, you will get the original array, and if you are printing after the invoking the function, you will get the resultant array. So this printing you can do in the main function, in the function body also. See here also, right? And do the same thing, there won't be any problem. See, -25, -8, 1, 25 and 62 without changing the order. So this is possible just because we are using the concept of call by reference. I hope this one is clear, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Now see, there is one more way. I think somebody has sent the program in which he was trying to returning. If you want to return the whole array, that is also possible. But in that case, the return type would be different. Not void, not int. See, we are receiving the integer array. We are updating the integer array after shifting. So what we are supposed to do? Instead of this, we are supposed to return now integer array. So if you are writing only int, that means we are returning only the single integer variable. That is not allowed here. Why? Because you wanted to return the whole array. For that you need to put the square bracket. Now this means we can return the whole array of integer type. So after that, see, we have done the shifting. After that, what we are supposed to return? Return within bracket. If you want to put the bracket, you can, otherwise you can skip. So now we are returning the whole array, the resultant array in which you have done the changes. So this return we are supposed to read here. So in this case, now you will get an error. Let me show you the error. See, the error is coming. Sorry, I have not compiled properly. The output won't come here properly. Let me check. This is also receiving. But the basic logic initially we have discussed, we are supposed to use the same type of data type, whatever you are receiving. So here it should be like this. But now in the latest version it is working also. Now see, we are receiving the result in BR and the size there is no change in the size, so we can do this also. Is that clear, everyone? This is the basic logic which we have started. The same thing we have discussed in the function. Ki whatever return type you have mentioned, the same return type is required. Right? Any confusion? So now the same program I am going to paste with or without returning the array. Right? Sorry बच्चों, hello Jayesh, where I was?
Yes, sir.
I have explained that returning the array. You were there that time? I was connected or disconnected?
You were disconnected.
Okay, when I disconnected by mistake, so what I was explaining that time? Will you tell me? Or should I explain that again?
So you were explaining the return type.
Okay.
How to return array.
Okay, very good. No problem, beta. So now again I am going to share my screen. Please look at here. Vishwesh Tiwari is joined very late. Please join on time. Vishwesh, don't do this again. Otherwise I will mark you absent. 43 have joined only. So now see again. My screen is visible, everyone? Okay. I hope this is so now in this program, now we are returning the whole array. So for returning the whole array, the return type would be like this: int the square bracket. This shows we can return now the whole array. And now after doing the changes, whatever you are getting the result in AR, we are returning. So initially when we had started function, we have discussed ki whatever return type you are getting, that type of variable you are required before the equals to sign while calling the function. So here I have mentioned a int br of square bracket. So this is representing the array, and that means all the values of AR we are getting into BR. So now here we are printing the BR instead of AR, right? Now let me show you the output. Suppose the range you have entered 5 again, this time this. So now the output is coming -50, -5, 100, 98 and 65, right? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so should I post the see in the last one before this returning array we have done without return also, using void also I have told, and with return type also I have told, right? So the solution I am going to post here in the chat box as well as in the see the logic I have posted here. So now one more question we are going to discuss today. In the GCR also I am going to paste. Okay, so now so the next question which we are going to discuss is bubble sorting. Any idea about the sorting?
No, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
very good. So now see what we are going to do. We are going to start the sorting. Basically the sorting means the arrangement of data. Means if you want to arrange the data in a specific order, that is known as sorting. Basically in Java there are 7 types of sorting. In all the programming language there are actually 7 types of programming techniques available. But in our syllabus earlier, before this year, we were having 2 types of sorting. That was, the first one is the bubble sort, and the second one was the selection sort. So now we are supposed to use these 2 techniques, but this year the council has removed the second sorting technique, that is selection sort. So now we will discuss only the bubble sort, and if you will say, we can discuss the selection sort also, because that's also a very easy topic, but our focus will be on the bubble sort. So the sorting means, again I am repeating, the arrangement of data in a specific order. Maybe you want to arrange in ascending order or in the descending order. The concepts are same. So now in this, look at here, I will discuss the bubble sort. Just assume some random number you have entered in an integer array. Whatever value you want, you can enter. Don't think these values we can enter. No, whatever you want. Right? So we have entered 5, 2, 100, 10 and 8. So basically the concept of the bubble sort is very easy. In this bubble sort, what we are supposed to do? See, using this technique we can arrange the elements of any array, whether it is string, whether it is character array, whether it is integer array, whether it is double type array, decimal numbers array. We can arrange them in a specific order, whether it is ascending or descending, doesn't matter. We can use any way. So now, but please mute yourself, don't disturb. So now in case of bubble sorting, in case of bubble sort, in case of bubble sort, again just take this. So in this concept, what happens? So in case of bubble sort, what we do? We compare the first element by the second one, and if you want to arrange in ascending order, if you want to arrange the array in ascending order, that means in that case the condition would be if the first number is greater than the second one. The condition I am writing here, if the first one is greater than the second number, then what will happen? In that case we will interchange the value of the largest and the smallest number. Suppose here, this is 100, the third one, and now this is 8. So now in this case what will happen? We will replace. So this will become now 2 and 5, means the smallest number we have placed in place of the largest, and the largest we have placed into the smaller index number. After that the same thing, means the second number we will check from the third one, next consecutive. So again and again we are supposed to check the number by their next consecutive number. So this time instead of 2 it is 5. So 5 is greater than 100. Yes, sorry, it's not possible. So condition is wrong. So it will remain same. Right? Now again the next one, 100 is greater than 10. Yes. So now we will replace, means we will interchange. Again we will check this 100 is greater than 8. Again the condition is true. So what will happen? Instead of 100 we are storing this and then this. So now the current after the first iteration, you are getting this array. I hope this is clear. Beta, please mute yourself.
Yes.
So now this was the first iteration. So now here n was 5. So how many comparison we have done? 4 comparison. So after doing the 4 comparison means n minus 1 comparison. So if the number of elements you are having n, so how many comparisons are required in the first iteration? N minus 1. But
n minus 1.
after the first iteration means 4 times comparison, we are getting this 2, 5, 10, 8, 100. So it is not still arranged. So how many times? So the question arises here, how many times, how many iterations are required to ultimately arrange the array in a order? So that would be n minus 1 iteration. Means this was the first iteration, then after that again we will check 2 greater than 5, then this, then this, then this. Next time again you need to check. See, maybe after the first iteration only you are getting the resultant, but in some cases you need to compare every time until unless in some cases it requires n minus 1 iteration. So the comparisons are required n minus 1 times into, so the total number of iteration means the comparison would be n into n minus 1. So after 20 comparison maximum, in this case n equals to 5, we can easily assume that array would be finally you got the resultant array in the arranged order. So this is the simple case, right? So how we will implement that I am going to share in this program. So let me tell you. Now see here. So again we are using the void return type. The function name I am using bubble, and we are receiving the array. So as you know, we need at least 2 loops for the sorting. So if you think without in a single loop it is possible, sorry, it is not possible. So for the sorting at least we need 2 loops, and then after we need to check a condition if a are of j. So the outer loop is, I will explain later. Let me write first. So now so what we are supposed to do? Int temp equals to the largest. If the condition is true, yes. Then after on this largest we are supposed to copy the smallest number. Then on the smallest one we are supposed to copy the largest. And now we are closing this. Then no need to return because we are not using the return now. And then here also we need to do some changes. See, the recording is happening, everyone. If you are leaving the meeting, I won't mark you present. So please pay attention. This is very, very important. And from the array part, this question will come in the board also in different manner. So the logic is very, very important here. Please try to understand. I will tell you some more things in the same question. So here the variables I have declared, the things are declared. So now let me execute. So there is no error, tools completed successfully. Now see, we have entered any number. So now the result is coming here: 2, 25, 54, 60 and 100, right? So this you are getting in the ascending order. If you want to print the same result in descending, just replace this symbol. In this case, what you will get, see, now you will get the output in descending order. Any value. See now, output is coming 500, then 100, 24, 6 and then minus 52. So this is the result. So now, one more thing. So now what we can do, see, after the first iteration what is happening in case of ascending order. So just I am just changing here. This is a symbol of greater than sign. Right? So we are discussing the first logic. This was 5 to 108 and then suppose 10. So what was happening? It becomes 2, then 5, then it becomes 8, then 10, then 100. So this you are getting after the first iteration, means after completing this inner loop. So in the second step, right? So now what we are doing, air of j is 5, that is air of 0. Now 2. So 5 is greater than 2. So what we are doing, we are simply replacing, means we are swapping. So now see, after completing the first inner loop, at the end what you are getting? You are getting the largest at the bottom. Then why we are comparing again? See, this is the question arises. Again also we are doing the comparison 4 times. Am I clear? So again that means 10 is greater than 100 or whatever the value you are getting on this place. That we are comparing with the last element, which is not required actually. Am I clear everyone? If you are getting, see, 2 is greater than 5, yes. 5 is greater than 8, yes.
Yes, sir.
Condition it means after this, suppose you have entered this.
So sir, the point is what is the real change the sign?
No, that's not required. If you want to arrange in descending order, then only we need to put less than symbol. Otherwise, for ascending, just use this symbol, the greater than sign. So what I was telling, we can rectify this code, means we can easily reduce the number of iteration actually. See, in the first case, we have done 4 times comparison, and after comparing the 4th time, the largest is coming at the bottom. Then there is no need to compare this element next time. So we can reduce the number of comparison. That's why I am saying. So next time we will have n minus 2 comparison. Next time you will have n minus 3 comparison. So every time the number of comparison would be decreasing by 1. So for that what we are supposed to do, that's very, very important. Please try to understand. In that case, what we are supposed to do, very small change. Instead of this n minus 1, just write minus I. So why I have written this minus 1 earlier? Let me tell you again. See, suppose the last index number is 4. See here, the last index number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So AR of j is less than or greater than, that's a different issue. 4 is less than 4 plus 1. So it will get the next index number. So whenever you are accessing the index number which is not present in an array, in that case you will get the array index out of bound. Yes, runtime error, right? Absolutely. So now again I am going to show you this, but this time we have implemented using this reduced version, means we have reduced the number of iteration and the output will be same. Now see, but this time the number of iteration we are having, every time we are reducing by 1. First time 4 comparison, next time 3, then 2, then 1. After that the loop won't execute and you are getting the resultant array. I hope the logic is clear everybody.
Sir,
Yes sir.
Yes beta.
no, sir.
Yes sir.
Sir, in the second one, sir, the second loop, sir, for j.
Yes.
Sir, why have you mentioned less than n minus 1 minus I, sir?
Okay. Who is asking this? Kasaudan?
Sir, ask it, sir.
Mr. Kasaudan, no issue. See, this is very easy. Let me tell you again. Now, again we need to take some values like 5, 2, 20, 100 and 8. Please don't leave the class. I will put the attendance form later. So what we are doing? See the first condition, j will start from 0 and n is 5 here, we are assuming. So n minus 1 is 4 and 4 minus 0 is 4. Am I clear, Aditya? So now what we are doing? We are putting condition here. So 5 is greater than 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here we are simply swapping. So 5 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 5, right? So next time j will be 1. So now air of 1, that is 5. So now we will compare this 5 with 2. 5 is greater than 20.
No, sir.
So this won't execute, but j will be now 2, right? So air of 2 is 20. 20 is greater than 100? No, right?
Yes, sir. No.
Again the condition is false. So 20 is greater than 100, condition becomes false. So j will be now 3. So 3 is greater than 3 plus 1, that is 4, means 100 is greater than this 8, condition is true, right? So what will happen? It becomes 8 and it becomes 100, right?
Yes, sir.
But still j won't terminate because now the last value of j is 4. Am I clear? भाई j अगर n minus 1 नहीं करेंगे तो j की लास्ट वैल्यू क्या होगी? 4 होगी. अब 4 होगी तो ये क्या होगा? air of 4 is greater than air of 5. That is not possible because the fifth index number is not there. That is why we are doing minus 1. Am I clear?
Okay.
And now why I am doing this minus I? First time the value of I is 0. So 4 minus 0 is 4. So 4 times comparison we are doing this and this. But next time we want 3 times comparison. Why? Because at the bottom we have got the largest, and in case of ascending the largest reached on the correct place. Am I clear? Aditya,
Yes, sir.
should I explain more?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
thank you. Now I will post this program in the GCR and today's homework, please write down. I will post this solution in the GCR only. Write a function. Write a function to enter n number of elements in an integer array and shift all the prime elements towards right hand side of the array. Right hand side of the array. This is your homework. Now I am going to share the Google form for the attendance. The form I have posted here for the attendance. Have you written the question, everyone?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
My question is, I am writing here. Write a function to enter n elements in an integer array and shift all the prime numbers towards right side of the array. Using given function. One more function I am giving you. Now in this program you are supposed to use two different functions. Look at here on the screen. Got it? There are two functions in this program we are supposed to use. One is the Boolean is prime and one is void shift, right? Now we are supposed to shift right hand side. I hope the question is clear.
Sir,
Yes?
but in that also it will actually n minus 1 with that
No, that is also correct. See, if you want to, you want to write the better logic, that's a better logic actually. In that case, we are reducing the number of iteration. Instead of fixed number of iteration, we can reduce also if you want. Okay?
Sir, but what is the benefit of reducing the order?
Better the computer will take the less time, less number of iteration.
Okay, sir.
है ना? Again, I have posted the Google form. The question, Ayush Yadav, math function, all, not all, that depends. See, like math.max and math.min function are the function which returns the value according to the parameters what they are receiving, right? So all the functions does not return double. Round method return long value. Math and max functions, max and min, they that returns the value which they are receiving. I hope the questions are clear today. Now in the Google attendance form, one question is same. Yesterday I have given, in that we were getting that caret method. See, the caret method is used to return only single character. Maximum of you return the wrong output. That is why I have not changed today, because I wanted to discuss with you. So whenever you are getting the caret, the output was P only. So maximum of you return Puria, Jap, JIP, so many wrong answer I have received. That's why I have not changed. Am I clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
I hope today's concepts are clear. The sorting is very, very important. The ascending and descending, only the symbols has to be changed. N minus 1 would be fine. N minus 1 minus I, it is also correct. N minus 1 minus I is a, better logic. And N minus 1 is also a correct logic. Don't think that is wrong. But in that case, the number of iteration would be fixed. But if you are doing N minus 1 minus I, in that case, we can reduce the number of iteration. In that case, there won't be a fixed number of iteration, like n equals to n into n minus 1. In that case, the number of iteration would be in decreasing order, right? So please, I think that's all for today's class. Thank you so much. Fill the attendance, and don't forget to fill the attendance. Vishwesh Tiwari especially. Please, yesterday you have not filled. I have not got your record.
Thank you, sir.
Please, and please do these programs. Please do these programs in your fair notebook and post it. In case of any doubt, we will discuss in the next class also. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Should I post the attendance form again?